Hello everybody, Alex Ellis here and welcome to part 3 or episode 3 of the Great Wellington Fire Callout Siren Hunt. So I am now recording episode 3, as you can see. Part 1 is already up and episode 2 is being uploaded as I speak. So in episode 1 we covered all of, well, bloody hell, focus, stupid thing. Anyway, oh, here we go. We covered all of the Wellington city area and all of the Hutt Valley. In episode 2, we covered the more outskirtish areas, including Lake Ferry down here, Martinborough, Featherstone, Greytown, Carterton. We went to the middle of nowhere there, and we went up to Ekatahuna, despite the fact though that it's actually in that's actually in the Manawatu-Wanganui region. And then we also visited Riversdale Rural Fire Station, which unfortunately didn't have a siren, which is annoying. So in this episode we're going to start heading north now. So we've gone central Wellington, we've gone east, now we're going north from Newlands up. So talking of which, there is Newlands Fire Station. It is on a road here, apparently called Newlands Road, funnily enough. So let's go on to Newlands Road and have a look at the fire station. Now this one I can't remember whether or not it had a siren. I don't think this one does, but who knows? Maybe you live in Newlands and you need to know where your fire station is. Yes, that's right. That's Newlands Fire Station. Basically like one of those rural fire stations. Really, it's a shed, which is surprising for a fire station in the middle of one of the busiest parts of Wellington Region. But there is a siren. It's right there. When you look at it at this angle, you think, where's the siren? Oh, wait a minute, there's a pole. So there it is up there. You can't really get any much clearer than that. You can even see what colour it is. It's silver with red drums. You can see all of the chopper in there. Even try and move a bit closer to the siren itself. If we move up road a bit. This thing bloody focuses. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. Look at that view. That's a great view of the siren. Wow, you really can see the siren there at Newlands Fire Station. That's great. I mean, even look, this is probably the first one we've come to. One of the few ones we've come to where I can leave the camera sitting on my makeshift tripod here, and you can still see the siren clearly without it just being a speck on a screen, which is quite nice. So this one's actually nice and clear because it's very close to the road. Anyway, moving on from Newlands. Now that there would be Johnsonville. There isn't a siren in Johnsonville. I know full well that. I've been to Johnsonville many times. And I know full well that there's no station there. So following up State Highway 1, the next area is Tawa Fire Station. Now this siren, I have heard it go off. Because if you look, so here's Main Road in Tawa. Lyndhurst Avenue, Tawa Fire Station is there. Duncan Street, Tawa College is there, where that yellow spot is, where I go to school. In other words, I go to school less than a kilometre away from a fire call-out siren. And yes, for those of you wondering, I have heard it go off during class. So it is Lyndhurst Road, just off of Main Road, Tawa Fire Station. Last time I actually went to the fire station, I'll tell you this in a minute. There's the station itself. The call-out siren is up there. It's red. There's the siren. You can see it up there on a pole. Try and move along a bit. Might see if we can get a better slightly closer view of the siren. Now, a few weeks ago, I actually came up to this area, not long after the siren had gone off. So yeah, there's the pole in the corner, behind what is actually behind that vehicle there. There is a big metal pole, and at the top of it is a big red siren. And I went here about 5 minutes after the siren had gone off. And about 5 minutes after I got off, I went round in the car with my mum, and the rotor inside was still spinning, and at quite a high speed too, even though the siren had stopped going off around about five minutes previously, possibly even 10 minutes previously, and it was still winding down at low speed, and you could see it, and that was actually quite cool. Now, moving on from there, Linden Keniparu Hospital, Porirua Fire Station. Yeah, no fire station there. There's also no fire stations in Whitby or Parramatta, because they're served by Plympton and Porirua. There is a station in Titahi Bay. It points out 2 points on the map there, but they're actually exactly the same building. They're on Tipene Avenue. Again, with my English accent trying to pronounce Maori words. I don't. That is not a view of the fire station. That looks like a red roof. And you can see there is a siren up on the roof. And this is the other blue siren. If you remember from part 1, I said that there were only 2 fire stations in the Wellington region that had the fire call-out siren painted blue. One of these was Stokes Valley from episode 1. The other one is Titahi Bay from episode 2. I can't actually go down that road in Google Maps, unfortunately. But I can... Or can I go down that road? No, I can't. Which is rather annoying. If I come this way, but you come back this way, then zoom in on the fire station, and there you can see the siren. You might be able to see on your computers there though that it's blue. Probably appears on screen with the camera as a sort of greenish greyish colour, but it is actually blue. I've been to this fire station myself, and also this isn't the best angle. I think I got a better angle from somewhere up here once, looking the other way. I can't remember. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, so there's another angle there looking at it. But it is definitely blue. I can see it. I mean, my computer screen is showing this at a much better resolution though than my camera is showing it to you. Anyway, now we move on to the next one. For some reason it's brought me back here. To Plympton Fire Station. This is the nearest fire station to where I live, which is over in Whitby. Well, geographically I think it's probably pretty even between Porirua and Plympton. But Plympton is my local because of... well, it is. Porirua is actually further away than it looks. So this is Plympton. Now you may remember this one from episode 1 when I showed a picture showing what one of these things looks like. This is on Sunset Parade. Well, this is that fire station. Now you can't see a siren, there's no post. This one is a roof-mounted fire siren. This is the only one that I have a picture of, mainly because that just round the corner there, you can't see from here, but round the corner there's some shops. There's quite a few shops there. There's a fish and chip shop, very nice fish and chip shop, where we sometimes go to get food. And I have walked to this fire station. It's only a few hundred metres away. And there it is, up on the roof there. And you would recognise this siren from a photo that I posted on Flickr. In fact, if I go in my history, it was quite a while back. I've gone a bit too far there. If you give me a second, I'll find it for you. Why the hell does it have to give you a list for every single click you make on Google Maps? That is a real pain in the arse. There it is. So yeah, so you remember that fire siren there from this picture that I posted on Flickr that I took on my mobile phone, and that is an actual close-up picture of that siren, the old red siren. Now they're Carter sirens. They're produced by Tactical Tooling, also known by Tactal, and they're actually made in Wellington. And to this day, Tactal still produce mechanical sirens for New Zealand's fire stations and for civil defence, purely because they only produce mainly because they only produce mechanical sirens. So that's Plympton, and we're already 11 minutes into the video, so that's not exactly how I planned it. Probably though because we just wasted a load of time. But yeah, you follow up this state highway. There is no fire station in Porirua Bay, which is really to my surprise, as I would have thought though that there would be a fire station there, as it's kind of in between two things. But they're probably served by Plympton, I think. No, they definitely wouldn't be served by Paikakariki. Paikakariki fire station doesn't have a siren. I've looked everywhere for that, but there isn't one there. The next fire station is in Kapiti Coast, Paraparumu fire station. This is a relatively new fire station. There used to be a fire station somewhere back this way near Paraparumu station, which is just over here, and then that closed down, and now there's a new one. So you go along Kapiti Road along here, and then you go along this road, which for some reason has no name. Tiroto Drive. And I believe this one also has no siren. So I don't know why I'm showing you this, because there is no siren at this station either. And so that's Paraparumu. So, I mean, how many sirens have we seen? Well, there's Newlands, Tawa, Plympton, Titahi Base. We've looked at a good few sirens in this episode. Now, this episode's getting on, so that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we will continue going north from here. So, for now, that's it, and I'll see you guys in episode 4.